Hey everyone, it's Mark here from Wedding Video Academy, and in this video I'm going to show you how I got my first few clients through Facebook ads. I booked in the first year about 12 clients from this technique, and in the second year I was up to 33 clients. Basically, I'm part of quite a few Facebook groups that are to do with wedding videography and wedding business, and the same question keeps getting asked and asked again, and that is how to kind of build your business through Facebook ads or get clients through Facebook ads, whether you're new or established. And this is what worked for me. As I said, I got 12 weddings in the first year from this as a completely new business. I did have a slight advantage in the sense that I worked in corporate film and I worked with a Facebook marketing expert who basically told me tips and tricks and showed me how to set up a proper advert in Facebook to enable the most exposure and engagement on Facebook for what you want to sell, essentially wedding videos. So if that sounds good to you and you want to know how I did it and the advice that I got, then stick around because I'm going to be showing you that right now. Hey guys, so we're going to get straight into this, and I'm going to kind of show you what I did when I first started out to create engagement on my page and book my first few clients through Facebook for wedding videos. So we're going to get straight into it, and I'll make it as quick as possible and hopefully give you the key points of what I did. I booked about 12 weddings in the first year of business through this, and then the next year I got 33 weddings, and this was what kind of kick-started me getting people interested in what I was doing and allowing me to build up a portfolio whilst getting paid as well. Now at this point I'm kind of hoping that you've got your price points in place and you've kind of set up all that and you know how much you want to charge, because that'll be a bit of a key thing towards the end of this advert tutorial, which I'll explain later. So let's kick off straight away, and what we're going to do is, obviously the idea of this advert is to create as much engagement as possible. So we're going to use this one, which is engagement. So let's just click on that. And it says get more people to see and engage with your post or page. Exactly what we want. Now it says campaign name. So we'll just call that initial client advert. Call it June 2017. And then we want this on post engagement. So again, we're kind of getting post engagements, and that's what we want most. Just let all this load. My computer's been a bit slow today. It's time to upgrade, I think. At the top we've got advert set name. So again, we'll just call this. Yes. What we called the other one. So it was initial client ad June 2017. Now we're going to move down to audience, and this is kind of where it starts getting key of what we need to do. It says define who you want to see your adverts. So obviously we want people to see it who are engaged and getting married. So I always come straight down to locations. So this is basically Facebook will put your ad out to people within a certain location. Obviously we want the location to be within a certain mileage or kilometers of where we are and where we want to work. So for me, I live in Cambridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Cambridge, UK. Maybe we'll just go Cambridge. There we go, Cambridge, Cambridgeshire. What that's done is it's put it in a 40-kilometre radius from Cambridge. I usually do it up to about 50. Don't know why, it's just I've always done it that way. And as you can see, it's got the blue thing here showing how far our advert is going to go out to people in that area. Now for me, I don't mind working in the whole of East Anglia, so I put in more locations and just kind of fill this out with nice blue circles. So for example, I could go Kings Lynn, let that come up, Kings Lynn, Norfolk, and now let's just put the blue thing in there, and it's kind of covered this area in here as well. I'll just come in close. So it's covering this area and just making sure that I've got all that. Again, I would probably do Norwich and Ipswich and potentially Chelmsford. I don't want to go too into London really, but you can obviously mess about with the kilometre radius and kind of fit it to how you want it. So that's basically, as I say, it's putting our advert in the areas we want it to be. Next we go down to age. 1865. I want this advert to kind of hit as many people as I can, so I'll leave that as it is for now. I mean, my always kind of way I do things is I start off small with small ads and then see what works, tweak it, and then kind of make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So at the moment I'm just going to keep this 18 to 65, but if when I get some analytics back and it's like a lot of people between 18 and 30 looking at the advert, then I'll obviously tweak it down. It's a bit more targeted. And gender wise, I stick this to women, because obviously women take charge in the wedding planning and they love all the wedding stuff and kind of love and whatnot. So I always think it's good just to be a bit more specific and target with women. Now this is where it gets interesting, it's the detailed targeting. So what we want essentially is to hit people that are engaged. Now obviously you can see from my recent things, I also run a wrestling channel, so there's a lot of wrestling stuff here. But we want people who are interested in weddings and engaged. So here we've got newly engaged 1 year, which is a demographic, which Facebook considers a demographic is basically engaged people. So they've put on their page that they're engaged and they've put it as a life event. So it's in their about section, engaged to da 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 da. So we want that in there. We want engaged 6 months, we want engaged 3 months. We have generally engaged. In a relationship as well, because some people don't change it to they're engaged, so we'll have it in a relationship. And then this is the key one, friends of newly engaged. So what this means basically is it's friends who have people who have reported getting engaged in the last 30 days. So this is hitting another demographic outside of engaged people. It's hitting the friends, and that's what we want. We want friends to see this advert as well, because everyone knows someone getting married. And we want the friends to tag people in this advert. So that's the key one. So we're going to put that in there. That's it, friends of newly engaged. So you can obviously play about, again, you know, this is no direct way. This is just the way I kind of done it. And you can tweak that as much as you want. The only thing I will say is if you kind of narrow it down too much, then your defined audience may go down to specific, which is not so good because it's not hitting as many people as you'd like it to. At the moment, the reach is between 1,700 and 6,100 a day. So that's, again, here it's saying the number of people we estimate your ad will reach. So it's kind of where Facebook are placing it. And then post engagement, it's saying how many people it thinks will engage in your post. And obviously, it is an estimate. So some days you may get nothing, other days you may get 100. Connection type. Basically, if I've done a lot of ads in the past, I usually go exclude people who like your page. So that's basically just not spamming people who like your page with the same things all the time. And it's also handy if you want to do any offers and people are already booked with you, because it excludes them and they won't see it, which is a great thing. You can save the audience if you want to use it for a later date. At the moment, this is just kind of, I'm just showing you how I do this, so I'm not going to do that. I keep automatic placements. This is basically just allowing Facebook to place it where it thinks it will get the best attention. And it says like Facebook, Instagram. I haven't got Instagram linked to this account, so it's just going to place it on Facebook basically, which is fine with me. Next is the budget. Now you can you can set a start and end date, so you kind of don't have to worry about stopping the advert, or you can do a daily budget and just run it continuously. That's what I usually do, because it just allows me, if it's not picking up any traffic in the first week, I can just dump it, or I can just leave it running if it's doing really well. So again, my mantra is always start off small, so I usually do £2. Let's go back, there we go, £2. And that's changed your reach a little bit. Obviously the more money you pay, the better it is. Facebook want you to pay them money essentially. So they're going to push it out to more people if you're spending more money. But starting off, I think is good, you know, just to get it going. So it's taking it right down to 9 to 39 engagements a day, which is still not bad. If you're getting, you know, 10 people engaging on your post a day, that's better than no people, right? And it just says you'll spend no more than £14 a week. So £2 is probably about $3 if you're watching in America. Next we're coming down to optimization of advert. So post engagement, that's exactly what we want. We want people to engage with the advert. And bid amount, I keep this to automatic at the moment, purely because I've not looked too far into kind of Facebook ads and kind of doing it all manually and working out what the best bids are. So I'm going to trust Facebook with this and keep it automatic. And then it's just when you're charged, impression basically means you're charged for every impression you get, and they'll work that out so that it goes up to £2. And then once it gets to £2, it'll obviously slow your advert for the day because we're on a daily budget. Delivery type is standard, show your adverts throughout your selected schedule. We've got that running all the time, so that's fine. And then we just click on continue. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is where we're going to start building up the advert. So we've got the advert name. Let's call it exactly the same as what we've did before. I cannot spell today. Initial client ad, June 2017. Still can't spell, look at that. And then we're going to create a new advert. I've got loads of adverts kind of that I've done over the years, so I could use an existing post, but I'm going to create a new advert for this. So we pick what our business page is. Mine's Cam Wedding Videos, so we're going to use that where it's going to be like the main kind of facilitator for this advert. Instagram account, I haven't got an Instagram account linked to this yet, so again it's just going to put it on the Cam Wedding Videos page basically. Now the format is you can have a picture, a slideshow, or a video. Now we want a video, don't we, because we're basically, that's our job, we make videos, so why bother putting a picture if we can show off what we do. And also I find videos are way more engaging on Facebook. People tend to watch them better. I leave full screen experience off because I just want it to play in the timeline as people are looking through. And then we come down to the video. So if you've got videos on your Facebook business page already, you can just browse the library, or if you've just done one and it's like your only one, and you can upload it to Facebook. I've got a few, so I'll just click on browse library. Let's get rid of that. I've got a few here that I could choose from. What I will say is you got these orange triangles. It basically just means that Instagram, you can only post 1 minute videos. So this is saying this is 4 minutes long, so it won't be put on Instagram. What you can do is you could take this video in your editing software and kind of reduce it down to a minute for Instagram. But for this purpose, I'm just going to use this one. And all it's basically saying is that it might not get out to as many people as you want it to by it being more than a minute long. So I've clicked this one, Emily and Callum, and just going to select it. So that's brought it up. Now we can either do a custom thumbnail or we can use one from the video. And there's a few here we can choose from. But I've already set this up, so that's the thumbnail that comes up. And then we come down to the main advert. So this is what our advert is looking like at the moment. But the key thing in this advert will be the text. Now, I spoke to a Facebook marketing expert a few years ago, and he gave me a piece of advice, and this is the advice I got, and it properly kick-started my wedding video business. What he basically said is there are so many adverts now on Facebook, there are so many posts, there are so many videos, there are so many photos that you have to stand out, and the best way to stand out is by posing a question to someone. So many people put in their like ads, check us out, you know, buy our products with wedding videos, this is how much we charge, you know, book us. But everyone's doing that, so you need to stand out a bit. So the key thing here is to ask a question. And the best question you can ask, because this is going out to engaged people and friends of engaged people, is this is what I put, okay? So I went for capitals, tag a friend who deserves, capitals again, deserves a free wedding video, ... Now this sentence is key. This is an absolute key, because what this is doing is telling people, tag a friend who deserves a free wedding video. Now you can change that slightly, so you could change it to, do you know, oh, it's gone a bit funky, let's get rid of that. I don't like it, does it? Let's get rid of that. Come on, let's go this way. So to ask a question, you could change it a bit like, do you know someone getting married? Tag them for a chance to win a free wedding video. That's a bit of a longer thing. I think it takes a bit more for people to read, but that's got the question in it, so we need to change that. So that's got the question, do you know someone getting married? And they'll go, oh yeah, I do. Frankie's getting married, or whatever. And then you've got the call to action, tag them for a chance to win a free wedding video. But I kind of changed that a bit when I done it, and I just put tag a friend, I can't spell, friend who deserves a free, oh god, deserves a free wedding video. Then obviously you can bulk this out a bit by putting something like, you know, we're offering a free wedding video to a lucky couple or something like that. But I think that is just clear and concise. Tag a friend who deserves a free wedding video. What that is doing is, what it will do is it will get people who sees this and they think, oh, so-and-so's getting married, Dave and Sandra, whatever. I'm picking really weird names here. And they'll comment below and they'll tag their friend in it. What this does is it then pushes the advert and notifies that person that they've been tagged in a post, and it just spreads the advert out a bit more. Do you understand kind of the process of this? Is basically our advert is going out to certain people, but then it's going out to friends of people as well, and friends of brides, and that's what we want. We want them to then tag their friends who may not see this advert, and then it just spreads and spreads and spreads, and the more engagement there is on the advert, then as well Facebook thinks, this advert's doing pretty well, we need to push this a bit more, and it's just like a snowball effect. And what happens is, I think I got about 100 people tagging their friends in this comment because they thought, oh, it'd be great if my friend got a free wedding video. And basically this is the key thing. I'll explain a bit more about that in a minute. I'm just going to say, with call to action, what I usually change this to is, so at the moment it's no button, I change it to send message, and you'll see that will update the advert and it's put a send message bit there basically. But yeah, basically what it's doing is it's getting people tagging their friends who are getting married. And what happens is, if someone tags, say, a bride to be in this comment, then underneath there, if they reply, if the bride replies, and they generally do, they're like, oh, thank you so much, smiley face, stuff like that. If they reply, under their comment it will say send message, and this is the key thing. You can then send a message to that bride to be, and this is key for what I'm going to say afterwards. Basically with Facebook, if you have a business page, you cannot just send random messages to people and sell them your product. They have to have engaged with your page or engaged with you in some way on a comment, and that's what we're getting happening as well. We're getting that engagement on this advert. Once they've done that, then there's a thing underneath that says send message. So what we need to do after this advert is run. Again, as I said, I got about 100 people tagging their friends in this advert. I think I only ran it for about 2 weeks, to be honest. Is then we obviously picked someone to win the free wedding video. I done it randomly, maybe you can be a bit more tactile about it. But the key thing you want from this is you want them names and the ability to send messages to the brides. So then what I did after this advert was I sent a message to each bride, and I said, so maybe their friend Karen tagged them in it because they want you to have that free wedding video. So I sent a message, and I start off personal. I say, your friend Karen tagged you in this message, in this advert about winning a free wedding video. Unfortunately, you've not won the free wedding video, but what we can do is, because you were tagged in this promotion, we will give you a discounted rate on any wedding video packages you book through us. So what that's doing is giving them an incentive to book with you. You're offering them a discount, and you've made it personal by mentioning their friend's name in it. And what happened with me was I got about 12 weddings off that first kind of initial message out, and 12 weddings in the first year of business, which I think is amazing. And it cost me in total, what, 20 quid maybe, and I booked, you know, thousands of pounds worth of weddings. And then I booked obviously 33 more for the next year. Some were from that initial message sending to brides who had not won the free wedding video, but some were obviously led on from other things as well. But my point is, the key thing with this is you're getting friends to tag brides to be who are getting married, which then allows you to message them directly and offer them a discount on your wedding packages. And that's about it. That's about it basically. It's quite simple, but it works remarkably well. As I say, I got this information from a marketing expert, and it worked wonders for my business. Really gave me that kickstart in my business to get some clients in and build up my portfolio, as well as getting paid. I mean, to earn thousands of pounds in your first kind of time of wedding videos, first year of wedding videos, is amazing. So there you go. It's a pretty simple setup, and the basis of it is to get people tagging each other in your advert, to spread it, and then obviously allowing you to tag to send a message to the brides and give them a discounted rate, and hopefully book some weddings. As I say, it worked for me. I can't guarantee it'll work for you, but it's going to give you the best possible start in Facebook ads and trying to gain more clients. Definitely leave a comment below if you've tried this or are going to try it, and let me know if you've booked any clients through it. Obviously as well, leave some comments if you've got any questions, and I'll try and answer them the best I can. Most importantly, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And obviously, again, this is a new channel, but I hope to be doing at least 3 videos a week on kind of tips on how to set up your business and advice. Also, I'm going to try and get some interviews with people who have set up their business, and they can give you advice on what the best things to do are. And obviously probably some tech reviews as well, because I love tech and that. So if you want to keep up to date with everything I'm doing, all the videos I'm posting, then definitely hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.